Imagine booting up a brand new game. You awaken, stretch, and there it is. A line. A very yellow line. The narrator booms in your headphones. Just follow the adventure line, Stanley. Stay on the line and wonderful things will happen. Now you're inching through a rain-slick alley in Resident Evil 4 Remake. The whole world is mud, rust, and shadow, except for a supply crate strangled by neon yellow tape, practically begging you to carve it open. Because obviously, when the undead rise, somebody's top priority is slapping on a fresh coat of warning paint. Another heartbeat, another reality. You're inside Rainbow Six Siege. Smoke hangs low, adrenaline spikes, and a boarded window stares back, branded with a giant yellow X. One swing, the boards detonate, the breach is on. 3 wildly different games, one glaring breadcrumb. Bold, canary-colored cues shouting, "This way, player!" Spot that first golden smear and suddenly it's everywhere.
Look at this yellow paint, bro. I thought this was just like the sun coming through. Nah, bro, that is paint. They want you to know that, hey, look over here. There's something over here for you. They're just screaming it loud and clear. They're like, hey, stuff over here exists.
Ledges in Uncharted glow like sun-bleached handrails. Tomb Raider drags chalky scratches across ancient stone as if Lara packed a highlighter instead of a pickaxe. The Last of Us? Half the rusty pipes you shimmy across are dipped in warning striped mustard. Even in Jedi Survivor, the biomech vines look like a disgruntled gardener reached for the road-marking bucket. At first it's funny, Reddit threads about apocalypse paint crews sprinting ahead to tag your route, but right under the joke sits a real tug-of-war. Immersion, that fragile sense the world is real, versus readability, the guarantee you won't spend 20 minutes spinning like a confused Roomba. Designers know that the instant your brain clicks, yellow equals go, your eyes enter autopilot. Flow improves, pacing sings, completion metrics skyrocket. Strip the paint away and YouTube fills with rage clips.
Oh my god! It's the yellow paint! The yellow paint is here! Oh, thank god! Now I know where I need to go! Not here. Yellow paint! Fucking yellow paint! Do I climb? Oh, okay. Yeah, use blood! Use blood! You don't need the yellow paint, oh my god!
Hey everyone, you're watching Wolflore Chronicles, deep dive game design with a side of memes. If you love picking apart mechanics and spotting hidden trends, hit like, tap subscribe, ring that bell, and let's decode the mystery of the yellow paint together. Flashback to the late 2000s. Naughty Dog ships the first Uncharted, and every climbable ledge is sun-bleached, almost golden, not screaming, "Climb me," yet players get the hint. Completion stats soar. Level designers everywhere take notes. Warm, bright tones pop against jungle leaves, stone ruins, even Arctic snow. A few years later, the Tomb Raider reboot smears half of Yamatai in yellow chalk, while Gorilla quietly brushes ochre grips onto robo-dinosaur spines. By 2020, the formula is gospel. Yellow equals go. A cue older than the WASD keys under your fingers.
Someone went into the specific spot and painted a yellow line. It's not always believable, but it's just one tool. Subtlety is key.
Why did yellow win the paint bucket lottery? It's the contrast king. Bright in daylight, torchlight, moonlight, still obvious in a desaturated screenshot. It's a universal signal. From road stripes to hazard tape, our brains already shout, "Pay attention!" Technically, yellow is engine-friendly. In HDR, it keeps its punch instead of blooming to white. And crucially, it's an accessibility hero, staying distinct for most forms of colorblindness, so nearly every player gets the cue. Sorry, teal, you never stood a chance. Outrage peaked with Resident Evil 4 Remake. Screenshots of yolk-slathered ladders and crates sparked immersion-ruined threads across every forum. Capcom clapped back. Realism without readability is less immersive. A lost player isn't scared, they're bored. Modders countered in 48 hours with no yellow texture packs. The paint war never dies. It just changes battlefields.
Players were really struggling to find the path. The world is lush and full. A bit of guidance was needed.
And those battlefields keep multiplying. When Horizon Forbidden West launched, Twitter filled with Aloy posing against neon gold cliffs. Guerrilla spent weeks pinning the same reply. High contrast tones aid navigation, but we're exploring options. Less than a month later, a patch added a minimal climbing markers toggle. The Last of Us Part 1 on PC went further, shipping with a slider named Traversal Paint Intensity. Crank it to 0 and every handhold melts back into rust and moss. Accessibility advocates cheered. Speedrunners groaned. YouTubers posted side-by-side cuts titled, "Do you really need the yellow?"
As environments get more detailed and noisy, unobtrusively guiding players gets harder.
Developers even poke fun at themselves. In Spider-Man 2, Miles quips, "Whoever painted all these yellow pipes was very committed." The joke lands because the trope is universal gamer shorthand, an inside joke devs and players share. Data stays stubborn. Remove the paint and internal tests. Show average completion times balloon, hint requests spike. Rage, quit rates climb.
Realism can be less immersive. Game readability always trumps ultra-realistic grass if that grass hides the path.
So, studios compromise. Sliders, presets, texture packs, anything to balance immersion diehards with 30 minutes after work tourists. The yellow paint conspiracy isn't fading. It's evolving. One patch note, one toggle, one wink and nudge at a time. Takeaway? Readability beats stubborn realism every single day. Yellow paint is the last safety net. Lighting can fail, silhouettes blur, but that loud brushstroke still leans in and softly whispers, "Right here, champ." Every playtest has at least one player who never looks up. They too deserve to finish, and maybe buy the sequel. Sure, the neon stripe is obvious, maybe goofy, yet it quietly saves us from rage quits and gifts those fist pump moments we remember. Tech will march on. Someday we may swap fluorescent breadcrumbs for subtler cues, or at least a customizable color wheel. Until then, the next time you vault a suspiciously golden ledge, tip your hat to the invisible level designer whispering, "You're welcome." Then decide for yourself. Keep the splash, or grab a mod and repaint the world any shade you like.
Of the nature of life itself. Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Da, 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 da.